So join me in welcoming Bernhard Niesner, who is the CEO and co-founder of Busuu, the world's largest social network for language learning with more than 35 million users. With him is going to be Alper Utku, who's the co-founder of the European Leadership University, which is a new generation university providing recruitment, development, and retaining talent for exceptional organizations through bespoke degree programs. So the conversation is going to be about a very pertinent question nowadays. How has COVID-19 changed the landscape of education? Welcome, gentlemen.
Hi.
Bernhard, it's good to see you again.
See you.
See you.
The floor is yours.
Yeah, happy to jump in. And Paris, I have to say, you need to update your notes. We already have more than 100 million users, not 35 million users. But,
oh my God, I'm going to kill somebody.
It's a pleasure to be here. And as you know, we're a bit of a dinosaur in the edtech industry. We started 12 years ago when I was studying at IE. So I've been around for a long time, but I've never seen anything similar to what COVID has done to online education. I mean, it's just unprecedented. We really could track the spread of the virus when it started in March. We saw our user numbers double in China, in Italy, in Spain, across the world. And I think what happened was that basically a lot of people suddenly were locked up at home and were looking for ways to educate themselves in an online way. And that's a good thing, because we believe that technology is just advancing the way how people learn. And therefore, it's great to see that we can help people to accelerate the learning outcomes. And we think this is not going to go away. This is a point of no return. We will see this acceleration continue. We have seen the same in the academic field, where schools who told us for years that they will never use any technology in online education suddenly had to switch from one day to the other to a full online model. And now they have seen the benefits of it. We've seen the same in the corporate market, where companies always told us they had this teacher coming in every Wednesday, they love the group classes. Well, guess what? The teacher's not coming in anymore. They have to adapt to new ways of learning. And therefore, we think it's now the best time to be actually an entrepreneur in education technologies.
Yes, maybe I can comment at this point. Thank you, Bernhard. And I think in the higher education area, one of the biggest changes that we've seen is simply about seeing the education companies moving into technology domain. One of the things we've always thought in all the industries, including financial services and publishing, any industry that you can think of, it's inevitably they have in years with the digital transformation moved into technology. But we could see that education sector has been lagging behind. And one of the sad things about the higher education, particularly about the education sector in general, is that also I find it very hard to education companies like universities being in the education sector. They've been more into bluntly in the real estate sector. So they were so bound to physical spaces and teaching knowledge in the physical space. And with what we have seen with COVID is I think we've seen everything that we've been thinking about and talking about about the future of work and future of learning, anything that is anticipated for 2025 happened in a matter of months. And now we are challenged with everything that we've been doing, the way we teach, the way we learn, the way we engage, and that challenge is teaching us big stuff. And one of the biggest, I think, transformation that's needed in the education sector is how can we move from physical to digital, so from the boundaries of physical to digital, so that we can have access to learning and knowledge from everywhere and without the constraint of space and time. Then the next challenge is how can we move from teaching knowledge to developing experiences, so improving the experience of the learning in this shift, like from moving from physical to digital. Then finally, how can we move from seeing learning as an individual act to something social, something that we do as in groups. And how can we do that all together? I think that's the biggest challenge that universities are facing, because universities are so bound to the first one, the physical, individual, and also the focusing on knowledge. And that to me is always been something missing. And now with the changes that COVID, that we can complete that picture and move from where we've been the last 200 years and to something new.
Bernhard, we have 1 minute left. Do you want to wrap it up for us?
Well, I think, it's, as always, as an entrepreneur, in every crisis, you see an opportunity. And, I'm very glad to see the new competitors coming up in the language learning space. I can congratulate them all. I'm very excited for many more companies to join this space, whether it's in languages, higher education, or other areas. Now is the time really to accelerate learning outcomes with technologies. It's super excited to be an entrepreneur here in this space.
And remember, 135 million users and growing, right? All right, gentlemen, thank you for your time and keep up the good work.